Hello Internet, I'm Scarecrow85 and we're playing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Master System. So this is game over for the win. We have to do this on one life. We're going to try and get as far through this game as we can on one life. Essentially I'm looking for a perfect run. Which, I mean, look, it's not going to happen. We're going to get got. Well, you'll notice that those spikes actually didn't hurt me there. That's because I was rolled into a ball. And in this game, for some reason, that pretty much makes you invulnerable to an awful lot of things. There's a little secret for you as well. If you didn't know it was there, it's there. Hooray. So, this is Sonic 2, but it's obviously not Sonic 2 as you remember it. It's quite different to the Sonic 2 that came out on the Mega Drive. Oh, you can collect your rings back in this version, which is different to the Sonic 1 for the Master System, which I did a video for recently. If you've seen it, check it out on my channel. It was quite fun. Ooh, hang on. But there are some marked differences in this version to that version. For example, you can collect your rings back after dropping them, which is nice. They did improve upon it. This is essentially the sequel to the Master System Sonic 1, as opposed to being a port of the Mega Drive Sonic 2. Does that make sense? Okay, so they introduced Tails in this game. It's actually his first appearance canonically, because Tails, this game actually came out slightly before Sonic 2 on the Mega Drive. Although I'm not sure whether or not Master System Sonic 2 actually counts as canon. There's not really any story to it per se, or I suppose there is if you include the ending, but let's not get into that here, that's another video. So yeah, Tails is in this game, as you saw in that little title card there. He gets a nod, but he's not actually, there's no sprite for him in game. You can't play as him or any of that good stuff. This is a solo Sonic game. The stages are fairly unique. Oh, just got a Chaos Emerald there. The Chaos Emeralds are just lying around in the stages, as they were in the first one, but the first Sonic on Master System actually had special stages that you could play. They didn't contain Chaos Emeralds, but they were just fun. This game doesn't have that. You don't have any special stages, which is kind of a shame, I guess. But all of the emeralds, all 6 of them in this game, are located within the stages. We're not going to bother collecting them. We're not going to be getting them in this playthrough, because the odds of me getting anywhere that will be useful is pretty slim. It's just a detour that we don't need to take. But yeah, these stages are unique to this game. I pretty much don't think there's only one stage that is actually based on any existing Sonic stage, which is a stage called Green Hills Zone. That's Green Hills Zone as opposed to Green Hill Zone. So it's pluralised, if that's important to you. Oh look, Robotnik just saved us from lava. For some reason. I like that the rotor blades on the bottom of his little pod there turn into a grabbing claw. So I have no rings. I can't protect myself. If any of this hits me, I'm instantly killed. I can jump on the creature at the bottom of the screen there. I can actually land on him quite safely, as long as I'm rolled into a ball. It won't hurt me, I'll just bounce off of it. But it's not a good idea to do that, because you bounce kind of wildly off of him, and yeah, you're probably just going to bounce straight into one of these cannonballs that Robotnik is presumably throwing at us from up there. But there you go, that wasn't too hard, was it? That can be tricky for newbies to the game, because you're standing on a slope, and that slope could really mess up the momentum of your jumps, make it really hard to get out the way of those spheres. And also the cannonballs that he dropped, sometimes they bounce really high. I got lucky there, and I don't think any of them did. If they bounce high, don't be tempted to go underneath them. Don't try it. You can't get enough momentum moving forwards to time that right. It's very tricky to pass underneath a cannonball. Always attempt to jump over them. That would be my tip. So now, Sky High Zone. Again, it's one that you won't have seen if you've only played the main console Sonic the Hedgehog games. Quite a nice one, get an extra life. Don't go in this direction, there's just nothing out there, you'll die. I'm very familiar with this game. I had a Sega Master System 2 when I was a kid, and I pretty much played this and Sonic Chaos and nothing else. I had some other games on it, obviously, but... oh, blast. Ah. Can't do it now. There's some little chicks that you can get to come out of these trees if you push against that extra life box. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either, but there you go. Would have liked to show you that, but this is not a Let's Play. This is a game over for the win, so let's try and get through this. This is the dreaded hang glider. I don't know what everyone's problem with it is, just tap left. You'll fly just fine. I mean, there's no dangers in this stage anyway for the hang glider. We'll just go to the end and finish. How we do with the hang glider in the next stage, that's really going to be... it's going to really be an issue, but we'll see. I'm dreading the boss as well. I really want to get a good distance through this game. I'd like to make it to Aqua Lake, or whatever it's called. I like the aquatic stages. Alright, I'm going to try and keep this hang glider as long as I can through this stage. It takes a bit of concentration to get... No! Ah, no! Oh, damn, that was really bad luck. Okay, fine. That's annoying. There's no spin dash, by the way. If I press down and jump, that's all that happens. Right. See if we can use the wind to get a little higher. We need to go over certain parts of this stage, preferably this bit. Go on. Yeah. There's a section that we don't want to end up in, where it kind of tries to get you to hang glide through a tunnel full of spikes, and if you fail, there's no way out of this pit of spikes, basically. You will just die, and we don't want that. Game over for the win involves me trying to get as far as I can through the game. If I know there's a hazard like that coming up, I'm going to try and avoid it. So the Chaos Emerald is located somewhere up in these clouds. Some of these clouds can be safely landed on. You can actually bounce on them. I don't know which ones. Getting the emeralds was never really my thing. I did do it once when I was a kid, but yeah, I'm not reliable at it. There you go. That's how to use the hang glider. Not a very interesting stage to watch, I don't suppose. Sorry about that. I like the rain effect in the background though. That's quite nice. It's unusual for a Sonic game to have a distinctly different style from Act 1 to Act 2. You'll notice that Act 1 of that was all blue skies, and then the Act 2 was rain and storms. I thought that was quite cool. And we're back into this again. Nice blue skies. Now I'm taking it slow along here because I know there's an enemy. There he is. Just gone to his doom. There are no hidden rings to collect in this stage. There are no overt ones, there are no hidden ones. There's just none. You've got to get through this without getting killed. These little things are deceptively difficult to kill. You don't know if you just saw that, but I narrowly missed that guy. I thought I hit him, but I didn't. There might be some tactic you can use to reliably kill them, but I don't really trust anything. I'm terrified of them. Ah! I'm really worried that I'm going to miss a hitbox and end up crashing into one of the others. Right, got to be careful here. Try and time destroying that last egg. There we go. The mama bird here only spawns, well, she only rises up once the last of those eggs is destroyed. So if you destroy the final egg while there's still one of those little baby birds running about, you got problems, because yeah, got her. Because you'll end up fighting her with one of those little baby things running around. You don't want that. You really don't. Come here then. Yeah, so that's that. The shots that she fires are sort of very loosely aimed towards wherever you are. But with the right timing, you can just jump over them. Just be careful that when you bounce off of her head after hitting her, you don't fly backwards into the shot while it's still in the air. That can mess you up. But yeah, that's it. That's how she's done. That used to really screw me over when I was a kid. Okay, so this is my favourite stage in the game. I love this stage. I know a lot of people hate the water stages in Sonic games, but I mean, look! And here's a loop-the-loop, something that couldn't be done previously, and I say couldn't be done, it probably could have been done, this is the same hardware, but they obviously thought they couldn't do it because they didn't include loop-the-loops in Sonic 1. There's an extra life over here. Not a lot of point in getting extra lives during Game Over for the win, obviously, because we don't get to use extra lives. I'm going to jump as close to this edge as possible because there's a spear. Okay, good. I like the water effect. It's strange. It's sort of like a top layer. Looks like the transparency layer in Photoshop. Okay. Right. So the next stage is the underwater stage. I like this one a lot. As a kid, not so much. Didn't enjoy this. I don't... Hang on a minute. I think we've got a glitch here, people. Oh, no, we haven't. I was just going to say I didn't notice the water level rise, but it does appear to have. Don't need that bubble. Let's just run for it. Jump. Yeah, for a second I thought that there was no water in the stage. that was weird. Okay, so we've got these bubbles that we can float in. You may recognise these as having appeared in Sonic Mania quite recently. They were basically taken from this game and Sonic Triple Trouble, as that's where they appeared first. There are some hidden walls. There's a hidden wall down there that you can jump through, but I'm not going to bother with that. There's not really any need. And I don't want to jeopardise getting killed, running out of oxygen, so we're just going to keep moving, get through this stage. Obviously Sonic moves a lot slower underwater. There was a big old delay in getting him to jump. In fact, why can't I jump? There we go. Oh boy, really could use a spin dash right now. Yeah, the controls aren't particularly responsive. I was pressing jump quite a bit just then and it didn't work. Now I need a bubble. There we go. Yeah, so these bubbles, they originated here. You can control them, you can steer left and right, up and down to control the speed that they move at. There's a really tricky vertical area like that later on in this stage, but we're just going to bypass it and go straight to the finish. I also bypassed the Chaos Emerald, which I could have gotten by going down into the zoom tube underneath that, and there's actually a way, if you hold down the correct direction, of returning to that spot and just skipping past the tunnel. If you're doing a speed run, particularly one that involves getting all the Chaos Emeralds, I would highly recommend that, because I'm pretty sure there's no faster way of doing it. This isn't a speed run, but it certainly shares some of the tropes of speedruns, because taking shortcuts benefits me, because the less level I play, the less chance of getting killed in the process. Come on, let's get out of here. Okay, so we're facing the boss of Aqua Lake. And he's a quirky one. Hopefully I don't die on it. I shouldn't, but let's give it a go. Uh-oh. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, there we go. Don't really want to mess my timing up too much. Let's get him away from the edge a bit. There we go. So he blows up a ball on his nose, which you have to pop whilst it's still attached to him, and that harms him. If you don't, he'll throw it across the screen just as he throws me across the screen, and obviously it'll hurt you quite a lot if it hits you. So this one's mostly about timing and just making the best of getting back across the screen like that after he throws you, which isn't as easy as it ought to be. There we go, come on. Got him, that should be it. Oh, one more. Oh yeah, I missed one. There we go. Some sort of weird walrus robot? I don't know. This was the first Sonic game that I can think of where Robotnik doesn't actually fight you directly. He always uses little mini robots. I mean, even the first boss where he appears in person, he doesn't actually fight you directly. He throws cannonballs at you and there's a weird monster at the bottom. I don't know. But yeah, he starts using sort of boss robots in this one, which is interesting. Here we go then, Green Hills Zone. I've got a funny idea that I'm going to get killed on the boss of this one. You'll see why when we get to it. And usually I would use a few deaths in Green Hills Zone because I don't have the route through it memorised. Basically you have to do some very precise jumps, and if you get it wrong it's instant death. And without it memorised ahead of time, I would need to use a bit of trial and error, take a few deaths, and figure out where I need to be. But obviously we don't have that luxury. Hey, look, a little miniature motorbug again. Strangely different colours this time. Yeah, so we're probably just going to get instant killed on the boss very quickly. That's probably where this video is going to end. Spoiler. That's if I make it through these stages. Should be okay. Oh! Ooh! Oh! That had to happen just as I said that. Love the music to this stage. Yeah, I don't know why the motorbugs are so small in the handheld Sonic series, but they are. So, also, theory here, is this the Green Hill Zone? It's called the Green Hills Zone, and it resembles the Green Hill Zone, but it's also not the same. So, yeah, who knows? Don't know. Not a clue. I like the idea, though, of visiting the Green Hill Zone at a point that isn't the beginning of the game. That's quite cool. They did something similar in Sonic Chaos when you visit Mecha Green Hill Zone. That crab meat badnik that I just killed very occasionally catches me out. I forget it's there and just run straight into it and die because you haven't collected any rings at that point. So I had it in mind that I was going to run into him. Another extra life, even though I don't need it. Man, I love these old games. They're great. Sonic 2 for the Master System. Uh-oh, hang on. Whoa! For the Master System and Game Gear are notoriously difficult, but mainly just because the gameplay itself isn't any harder than any other Sonic game you're likely to play, but by goodness do they throw a lot of instant kill death traps at you. Especially the bosses, which are just murder fests if you don't know what you're doing, and, well, you'll see. So the Chaos Emerald is on top of this tower. You have to use these springs to sort of bounce yourself up there and so on and so forth. Who cares? Let's just get through this. I'm sorry to say that I really don't have any expectation of beating this boss. If I make it to him, that's cool, because I should be able to beat him, the boss himself. No problem. No problem whatsoever. Simple pattern recognition, but... ugh. Okay, here we go. So I've got to hit this one at just the right angle. That's it. Good. Okay. Let's take this nice and slow. Right, which one of these is it? Is it the third one or the second one? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's not important at this point. I can't remember. Okay. Okay, second spring. Was that right? Was that right? Yes, I think it was. We're good. Ha! Phew. Right, I probably could have gotten a hit in at the start there, but I didn't. Right, the trick with this guy, if he makes the screen shake, that means he's going to uncurl. If he doesn't make the screen shake, he's not going to uncurl. Do not jump at him. Ooh, my timing wasn't very good there. Ooh. Oh, I don't like this. Yes! Ah, yes! Oh, is the recorder still recording? Yes, it is. Wow, that's brilliant. I didn't expect to make it through here. Gee whiz. Okay, look. I know I bigged it up and everything, but that stage, seriously, you need to play this game and give that a go for yourself. If you don't remember the route I took, you probably will die, because if you hit any spring that isn't the ones that I hit, you basically just get fed into a spike pit, and you've got no lives, rings, so you will just cop it. So I am over the moon that I made it past that. That's just experience for you. I thought I could remember the route through it, but I really wasn't sure. That was just muscle memory taken over there. That's brilliant. So welcome to Gimmick Mountain Zone. They're right on the nose about the fact that this is just gimmicks. So you've got all these spinning tubes and stuff. Ooh. Alright, let's see how far we can go with this now. Ooh, crikey. Little grounder robot there. I don't know, like, the first Sonic for the Master System had really awesome music. I think that's true of this one as well. Like, I'm a sucker for these old 8-bit tracks. That's probably because I'm nostalgic for them. You know, I heard this a lot when I was growing up. I'm used to these tracks. But really catchy and very upbeat. And Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 in particular just have some of my favourite 8-bit tracks of all time. These weird sort of candy twist looking platforms. Oh! Almost didn't make that. Right. Lots of invincibility. Not sure why they give that away so freely, but let's go with it. I think you can jump out and land back in it. Yeah. And weirdly, when you're not in it, it doesn't break through the spikes. I don't know why that is. That little minecart thing. It's a bit of a weird one. Good. Made it through Act 1, no problem. Interesting to see in this picture here, those wheel things from a different perspective, sort of a slightly 2.5D angle. What have we got down there? That does not look safe. Oh, okay. No, hang on. At least this isn't Mega Man, the spikes don't instant kill me while I've got a ring. Death! Just so you know, there's a hidden passage here, and the Chaos Emerald is located through there, but we're not doing that, so... just a tip for you, I guess, if that's what you're going for. Since I had the opportunity... Oh! Blast it! Still, can collect those back now, because... you can do that in this game. Ah, no! Oh, fluffed it. Oh, okay. I'm actually not familiar with this route through the game. I usually fall a lot sooner. Well, as I recall, I would always fall down that first hole. Okay, another secret wall here, I think. Yeah, but that just leads to us extra life. Oh! Okay, we're good. Oh. Gimmick Mountain zone. In the bag. But... Well, no it's not, is it? Oh god, the boss. Okay, so this boss... I mean, it's going to be the bosses that get me. There are no rings, so it's so intense playing them. I apologise if my commentary sort of cuts out, because I'm going to be concentrating quite hard on it. To get to the boss in this one, you have to go through this little irritating, floaty journey. You'll see. Okay. Right, I'm going to land on a moving platform in a moment. I don't know if there's a shortcut through this stage. I would very much like it if there was. One wrong move here and I'm done for. I have to try and remember. There's a couple of bits where this tries to catch you out. Oh, okay. Ah! Jump off, because I think that feeds you into death, but then it comes back. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, obviously the cautious player will have made the decision to look ahead of where he was going, he or she, and seen that coming. But, I mean, you know, this is not a very friendly Sonic game. If you weren't being careful, that would have got you. Alright, here we go. This guy. So he's going to hit the wall. I get to hit him and die. Oh no! I knew it. You can also roll actually towards him and he'll bounce off of you when you're in a roll, when you roll up, which is probably the better way to do it, come to think of it. Basically when he hits the wall, rocks drop from the ceiling and you get a chance to hit him because the spikes are tracked on his back. But I had to control... I had to make a choice there. I couldn't allow Sonic to just come flying off of him because I would have hit those falling boulders, so I opted to move left across the screen and of course just landed straight on top of him. And that was my undoing. Ah! That's it. That's game over for the win. That's how far I got through Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Master System. I'm really pleased with that, to be honest with you. I'm sorry that I didn't get all the way, but the next stage is the penultimate stage, and without the Chaos Emeralds, it's the ultimate stage. It's the last level in the game. So I think we did really, really well. I'm really happy with that. It's a shame that I got on that boss, but I kind of... You know, these bosses are just such a pain in the ass. I would have to have practiced that quite a bit to have been able to get it first time, really, without, I don't know, maybe fluking it or something. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed watching that. If this looks like fun to you, give it a go. Obviously, you're going to have to get it on ROM these days, and there's debate as to how right or wrong that is, I don't know. But these are really good fun. So if you get the chance... Oh, actually, no, come to think of it, you can get them on some of the shops and stuff, can't you? Get it on 3DS off the eShop, and I'm pretty sure there are some GameCube compilations as well where you can get this. So look for it that way, actually. That's what I would say to you. But I would recommend you play it because it's brilliant. It's really fun. It's really addictive. It's actually quite short, as you can see. We got through this in pretty good time. And the challenge is just that little bit greater than it would be for any other Sonic game, I reckon. So, yeah, give it a go. Have a try. And thanks for watching this video. We're going to do... what are we going to do? We're going to do Sonic Chaos next, I think. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, all the rest of it. Thanks for watching.